ready? Can we start?
Yes, please.
So I will show several cases, and Lily will show several cases. Hopefully, you guys learn something from us. So what I'm going to say is try to correspond to Dr. Heinz's lecture. I will try to show each entity. What I saw, this kind of diagnosis should be based on IgE, based on your eyes. No, seldomly we may need immunostatin, but mostly we need based on IgE make a diagnosis. Okay, so from benign to malignant. So we will show cell. Probably some very easy. You guys know what it is because we have to show this. Some I may first time show, some I may show before. Okay, first one is a 65 years old male with bladder mass. They call it blood mass. Then we did a bladder biopsy. So this is a low power. What we saw here. First thing we know is a popular relation. See, Dr. Heinz gave a lot for me to remember bladder. Generally, classification flat lesion, popular relation, right? Flat lesion we have proper reactive TPIDF. Usually you have inflammation or some other thing cause. Then you go to the urocellular dysplasia. That means low grade dysplasia, falling short for CIS, right? I'm talking the flat lesion.
It looks like there's some goblet cell.
Let me see. Then we go to in situ. There's a flat lesion, right? For invasive, you may have a flat lesion in your papillary more interesting. You have a papilloma, plump, right? Low grade, high grade, non-invasive, invasive, right? Yeah, I will. I try to focus on the screen right first, right?
Yeah.
Maybe 10x is easier to focus, right? Upside down. This is good focus. That no. I'll go to 10x. It's easier. Use 10x. This one is better, right? Better?
Keep going. You should be able to see clearly.
Better? Better? No, still bad?
I think this is
Let me, then I have to focus on my microscope.
Well, now you fix the eyepiece.
Yeah.
It's still kind of blurry up there.
Still?
looks like there's goblet cells on. Is it like some of the pleasure or something?
That's good. That's
How about the
Good, right?
condenser?
Then I will,
So fix the eyepiece.
so eyepiece is okay, right?
Where's the condenser?
I don't know, condenser already on. I think something here. That's better, right? Better because
Much better.
the screen is okay, right? This one is okay, right? Then I focus on my eyepiece. Should be the right side, right? Right side or left side eyepiece? I don't know. Oh, better. Okay, so this is a low power review, right? You see papillary, right? Definitely, why I call papillary? Because you see fibrovascular core, right? Fibrovascular core, right? Fibrovascular core here. We have something that I think a goblet cell. I don't think this goblet cell. It doesn't look like a mucin, right? Goblet should be the mucin, intracytoplasmic mucin. This more look like a cytoplasmic vacuoles, right? So what's this cell? Tell me, what's this cell?
Umbrella.
Yeah, this umbrella cell. This is beautiful umbrella cells, with cytoplasma vacuoles. So look at, this they have umbrella cell. Look at the cell below the, umbrella cell. What we saw here, we saw the urocellular cell. It's a little bit increased layer, but not that. So at low power, you see all monotonous, right? You don't see like a nuclear size variation right here, right? We go to high power, so we didn't see like a polymorphism, that kind of thing, right? So we didn't see a mitotic figure either. So what's the diagnosis for this one? Right, that's correct. This is urocellular papilloma, very classic type. If you go to textbook, you will see this kind of lesion, with the cytoplasmic vacuoles, umbrella So that is, oh, what's wrong? Just ignore that, right?
Yeah.
So this is the urothelial papilloma. Okay, remember this one, classic urothelial papilloma. Then next one we go to 72 years old male bladder biopsy again. Let's see this one. So we saw here, right? I think the tip. Usually bladder biopsy is not a general. Usually we get a small piece of tissue. Probably the bladder mass is very small or they have difficult. So let's see what, compare this one with the last one we saw here. This one more look like it's not a delicate. So when I call papilloma, it's very delicate fibrous, very thin, like elongated, That thing. For this one, you see become a papillary, become a plump, right? Also, you start kind of, even low power, you may see some, size variation started, right? Started some nuclear size variation, right? So you see this one, right? But again, we didn't see very obvious like a nuclear TPA. We didn't see a lot of, obvious method to figure. Also, this fibromuscular cross studied, I didn't see branching. I didn't see fusion either. So more look like just a single papillary here, right? So how do, if this patient no history, relatively young patient, right? So probably you call low grade, nothing wrong. If I call this low grade, nobody argue with you. But I usually, this scenario, first biopsy or something, no obvious method to figure nuclear polymorph, not that obvious, usually I call plump. Papillary urothelial neoplasm with low malignant potential. Okay, this one, how to draw the line between the low grade or the plump, sometimes it's difficult. But for me, more look like not complex. The papillary very simple, no branching, no large fusion, or just a few papillary. I go to plump.
I thought that this, some of these areas were kind of fused, like, in the top.
Here,
Yeah, you
I still think this is single papillary here. It's not that kind of, you, as I said, if you call low grade, I don't think you are wrong, right? But for, if you like ask 10 people, some people call plump, some people call low grade. But for management, it's the same. They have to clinical follow up, right? So that's the plump thing. Then we go to next one. Next one is 82 years old with history urothelial carcinoma. Then, I skip this. I go to next one. We will go back for this one. So next one is 73 years old, bladder biopsy. Let's see this one. Then you may get a sense why I call that one is a plump, right? So let's see this one, right? You see here, right? Even this very superficial biopsy, what we saw here, this is too complex papillary, right? Compared with the last one, you see just a single papillary there, right? Even the single nuclear something, but here is quite different. Even low power, I can see this is a complex papillary front, right? So let's go to high power. You start to see some area, like this kind of papillary fusion, right? Here, papillary fusion here. Even here, you see lost the polarity. Look like a cell is not tightly hold together, starting like a loose, what's the adhesion or something is starting spreading or something, that kind of thing. You see here. This cell, started to spread. You see definitely urothelial atypia here. You see even starting nuclear membrane irregular, right? So let's go to high power. This may be the highest power. So we saw here. You see here, if you see this, right? You can appreciate this nuclear atypia here, right? Right? Agree? So I didn't see obvious, methodological figure is not, I don't know, is this one methodological figure?
Yeah.
Probably it is, right? So we have very red methodological figure is not a basal layer, right? For plump, if you usually you don't see methodological, if you see usually basal layer, not the front, right? This is the thing, right? You have to pay attention, right? Low grade. This one you see even low power, you see this kind of complex, papillary structure. Cytological atypia is not obvious. You see a few methodological figure, you see some, mild nuclear atypia, mild nuclear size variation, go to the low grade. So wherever we call low grade or high grade papillary uracil, what's the next step? We have to evaluate the invasion or non-invasion, right? Right? So that, so for you guys rotating the geo, you have to know all template, right? Usually we call this popular relation or flat relation. Next one we'll see laminar proper invasion or not, right? If we saw laminar proper invasion, no matter we see not laminar proper invasion or not, we have to document muscularis either present or not or absent, right? Tell the clinician, you didn't get a DP. If especially for TURB, for biopsy, probably they will go back to more resection. That setting you should be more pay attention. So this one agree, right? This low grade, right? So then I'm going to show you another one. I will go back. It's okay. I will show another one. This is Jake's thrilled. I think this is my 2 weeks ago's case. It's here again. This biopsy, right? Bladder biopsy. I don't know. It's TRBT or look like got a big chunk of tissue. You see, agree. This is a popular relation, right? Agree. So what are we going to call this one? Low grade, high grade, attestrium. Low grade, right? Because populate. So I remember this morning, Dr. Hayes mentioned urocilial proliferation unknown malignant potential. It's kind of new entity receiving prenata. What's that mean? Means you have a thickened urocilium. You have either no or minimal cytological atypia. What's the meaning? We don't know. So usually this lesion found in the patient with history urocilial carcinoma for the follow-up. Do you know what can be happening? So we just unknown malignant potential means we don't know. This could be developed the low, urocilial could be. So this one you see, one side I show low grade urocilial carcinoma, right? Papillary urocilial carcinoma, right? You see here, right? No doubt, right? Papillary here. In another area you see this very thickened urocilial mucosa. You have this. I just want to show you what kind of scenario you call this U-pump. Because urocilial is a flat lesion. First thing, if papillary region go to palm, right? If flat region, U-pump means urocilial proliferation and no malignant potential. Usually like this, you see thickened urocilial, you're missing a minimal, right? Minimal, like, right? What do you see? Usually you just tell clinician, we don't know what's the, how to say. Usually you just tell urologist, you need to follow up this patient, redo the biopsy, make sure is no any tumors around it, right? So I just show you this is the case low grade with the urocilial, low grade papillary urocilial carcinoma and adjacent urocilial proliferation and no malignant. You see this all this kind of beautiful, fit U-pump, okay?
So you would not call like low grade papillary.
I call low grade.
Yeah,
This case,
arising from.
no, I don't
U-pump.
call that because I don't call. I already have low grade. I don't want to call arising from what because we don't know. This is the relation between these two. We don't know, but could be tangential cut. If you cut a deeper level, maybe so popular. We just don't know. So that's just called low grade.
But there is a papillary.
Yeah, low grade popular definitely there. Okay, so then we go to next one will be maybe I want to give them a popular relation, then let them remember this one. This one is again low-grade papillary, right? Papillary structure here, right? You see fibrovascular core here, right? So this one I want to ask you guys, low-grade, high-grade. This one.
Low grade, high grade.
Why it's so dark? I don't know why.
Condenser. It's already on.
Yeah. So you see here, this one is different from the. Oh, no. I don't know how to get more light to us.
It's
Right?
right here.
Already maximum. It's better.
Okay, not really.
No. Okay. So this one, I hear that what it said, right? This one we should call high grade. What's the different from that one? Firstly, you see, this cell lose the cohesion, right? Starting, spreading. You see another thing, always nuclear TPR there, right? Cytoplasm usually eosinophilic looking. If you look carefully, you will see obviously metastatic figures, right? Then next step we will see is any, this one look like very superficial. At least here we didn't see laminar propria invasion, still non-invasive. Don't call this carcinoma in situ, okay? Even non-invasive, I usually call non-invasive papillary urocystic carcinoma because urocystic carcinoma in situ, conceptually you have to understand flat lesion, okay?
Oh, I see.
Flat lesion, okay? Don't call this one is not call papillary urocystic carcinoma non-invasive. Don't call urocystic carcinoma in situ. Even cytologically they are same high-grade dysplasia, okay? Let's go back. Another one should find something. Tell me what's this one. So because I want, you should be able to pick up. What's this one? This urociliary biopsy. What's this?
I heard some voice.
Bumper.
Louder.
Invert.
Yeah. Basically, two was you call the proliferative one brunness
Yeah.
or another inverted papilla. These two sometimes can be troublesome, differential, right? But for this one, I think I go inverted papilloma because you see tubular proliferation like endophytic, right? Look like a, that growth pattern. Usually this cell go to the, first most time in the laminar propria. If beyond the laminar propria, be careful. This may be another differential. I always think about the urocystic carcinoma with inverted growth pattern. That thing usually you see cytological TPR metastasis or maybe a different thing. But this one looks like a really well circumscribed. They have just have a broad base, right? So if you go to high power, you maybe see what's another feature they call the palliding, right? Peripheral. You may see two kind of cell, usually peripheral cell, a little bit dark nuclear, center cell maybe like pale. In this case, not that obvious. But you do appreciate this palliding, right? Peripheral palliding, right? Palliding, very well circumscribed, anastomosis, is a cord or some urociliary cells, cytological TPR, that's why you will be go to the gold is inverted papilloma, okay?
But does the inverted papilloma still belongs to the cystitis cystic?
No, different.
it's a
This is
different-
neoplasm. This become a neoplasm, benign neoplasm.
I
Cystitis
see,
still
I see.
reactive, that thing.
Okay.
Okay.
Dr. Singh,
Yeah.
how do we look for laminar propria invasion?
A laminar propria invasion, this laminar propria, right? This one no invasion, just growth pattern. You see, for laminar propria, you mean in this case or different case?
Yeah, I was actually thinking about the previous case.
Laminar propria invasion, you go to one of the urociliary carcinoma. So this urociliary carcinoma, right? High grade, right? For laminar propria invasion, you have to find the laminar propria, right?
So what about that? Yeah.
This laminar propria, you can treat this laminar propria too.
Okay.
So
Yeah,
laminar
right there, like you passed it already.
Which-
Right on the.
On top. Yeah.
Yeah, here.
That, like right there.
I don't think invasion because very round bottom.
Okay.
I don't. We'll think about invasion. First thing, like pointed end, right? Usually very for me is a single cell, very small gland. Also look for retraction artifact. Usually urociliary invasion, you have retraction surround the tumor nesting. But see this one, if you see very broad round bottom, it's not revision. Okay, see this one still non-invasive. Okay. Oh, then I go to next one will be 8024, 8024, this one. So this guy, patient had urothelial carcinoma, then follow-up biopsy, right? So what we are going to call this one? So this one, you see, it's a flat lesion, right? Does it look like a high grade?
Not yet.
Not yet, right? This is a classic urothelial dysplasia, low grade. Yeah, you see, if you see here, you see the cell starting, displace plastic chain, but it's not ugly enough for carcinoma in situ. Okay, now I'm going to show you another one, how to differentiate urothelial carcinoma in situ. High grade, this one.
So for the dysplasia is by default is low grade, right? Because there's no high grade. Is that what?
Urothelial dysplasia, by definition, is a low grade dysplasia. It's the nuclear size is not 5 or 3 times larger than the normal lymphocyte. So that's why we say falling short for carcinoma in situ. So this one, let's see this one. First thing, see this one.
Oh, it's really bad.
Really bad, right? You see folded, right? So you see these cells, right? This is the normal urothelia, right? But you see the cell on the top, because you remember, urothelial carcinoma inside usually denuded. Sometimes Dr. Hans mentioned cleansing. I didn't show the color. Sometimes maybe just a little bit of cells, basal layer cells there, but it look like how ugly this one is. So you see the cell, right? So usually this, if you find a lymphocyte in the stroma, whatever, you compare, if 3 or 4 iodine, 5 times nuclear cell larger than the lymphocyte, that is in situ flat lesion, right? So then if you move back here, little bit urothelial carcinoma in situ here.
Are those invasive already?
No,
Going
no.
to it.
I don't. I think that these are just tangential cut. Or invasive, I don't know. Could be tangential cut here. These a few cells here look like ugly either.
So this one kind of skips, right? Because the internal.
Yeah, maybe denuded. I have no idea. You see, you have no idea what's this.
But you
Okay,
see this area is folded, right?
this
But
folded
just-
from here, right? From here, folded there.
Just across, these cells are actually
Yeah,
quite small.
yeah, small. This may be another one, maybe denuded or something. That is a urothelial. You get the sense, right? When you call urothelial dysplasia cell, really maybe 1-2 times larger than lymphocyte, but this one almost 3, 4, 5 times. Okay. Next one I show is a fine case. I try to give you 30 minutes.
it's okay.
I do 30 minutes.
Don't
Okay.
worry. Take your time.
So this one is interesting. This patient is 90 years old, prostate urethral biopsy. Then we are get this specimen we see here. So this one definitely prostatic tissue here, right? Prostatic tissue, maybe have chronic inflammation here. There's a little bit of gland. But here, what we saw here, something got here, ugly looking cells here, right? Did you see this?
Yeah.
Ugly looking. First thing, because I know this and the patient has a CIS. So when I saw this, what we made a differential diagnosis here?
CIS, it's kind of growing into the prostate glands.
Yeah, what else you have to think about that?
Like
Prostate.
cancers.
Metastatic cancer or could be prostatic adenocarcinoma, could be intraductal prostatic adenocarcinoma. You have to think this is all possibility. Of course, the answer is if patient has a CIS. When I saw this, look like a forming gland, cell really ugly. My major differential is urothelial carcinoma go to the prostate, or this is intraductal, intraductal prostatic, we call it intraductal prostatic carcinoma, because that one is different.
Okay.
So what we are going to do? We are going to do immuno. If I do immunostain, what kind of marker should we choose? GATA3.
PSA.
Yeah, okay. This is GATA3, right? positive, right? NKX. You see NKX show normal gland positive, but the tumor was negative, right? Here, right? So I even did the CT scan, I make sure that's not an intravascular invasion, so it's negative. So this one is a few days ago, I got this one, okay? Similar story, but
So what was the
sorry.
diagnosis on the
this
previous
prostate, what we saw here.
He will tell you the same,
Oh, okay.
the same story, the same diagnosis.
Yeah, right? This is another case. What are you going to do? I mean, this guy has an invasive urothelial carcinoma, did a cystoprotectomy. You see the small focus here. That remember, this is stroma invasion or not stroma invasion. You have to remember,
It is, right?
if T4, that means prostate stroma invasion, right? Even Dr. Hens give a very detailed through
Yeah.
the bladder wall, go to the soft tissue inside, all through the prostate duct spreading to the stroma. Sometimes it may be difficult to tell. Basically, this one still is
No,
urothelial carcinoma spreading into the prostate along the prostate duct is not a T4. You still based on the stage on the bladder what's the they don't call this T4. This is even I don't know T2. Even if bladder still urothelial carcinoma in situ, I still call TIS because this one is no invasion at all. T2 should involve the muscle layer, right?
Oh, but what about the perivascular? Because it seems like some cells are going like around the vascular,
Where?
like the opposite side of your arrow.
Oh,
You mean go to the vessel?
Yeah.
I didn't see the
Right,
vessel.
right.
I think
I don't-
Congestion.
there's a tendency to get like dilated
No.
vascular channels.
Yeah.
Which focus you were?
Yeah.
Dr. said here.
Right here. The other
Stay
one.
on this focus.
Where?
If you go to
There's
the
Surrounding
blood
the
vessel
vessel.
touching
Here?
On the right
No,
side.
The other one.
the second nest. This
Yeah?
one.
Yeah.
Right
She's
here.
talking
I don't
about
think
that.
so. I don't think
You
so.
don't think those cells are
But-
going
No,
around
it's
the vessel?
even around one start. I don't first
Some
thing.
tumors they do like the
It's a-
perivascular.
Could be. I don't think this is real. Still think not invasive thing.
Dr. Haynes also mentioned the staging if had the stroma invasion. It's not
Yeah.
like through the other organ. You also need to use
Yeah,
another.
I may.
Yes, you
Yeah.
your origin, but would you consider this one as like a stroma invasion or
No,
not?
no.
He doesn't count.
No.
Okay.
Because the border is very similar.
Right. That's why this is complete.
It's the
Is
urothelial
I have a
carcinoma
several
spreading
cases
to the
so
prostate.
challenging for me.
The-
So especially with Dr. Hayes and Dr. Here, I have to make a
Going
decision
to
based
send
on
it.
nobody concerned. Sometimes I show Dr. Westra because
Yeah.
Dr. Westra
And
told
then
me
go into the
he sent out the geo in John Hopkins. Sometimes I show him, he agree, yeah, look like a
And make sure there's
prostate
no
duct
stroma.
spreading. So I will
Sure.
let
Go out.
Lily show some other, Any questions? Okay,
Thank
let
you.
Lily show you more like obvious, some challenge case too, okay?
Okay, thanks. I think most of the cases I work with Dr. Haynes, I think they are good. And let's see. This one, they call bladder biopsy. Yeah. Let me focus. Yeah, and then there's a muscular papilla here. It's a tiny biopsy. Patient is old, male, and also have history of the prostatic adenocarcinoma 5+4. Already have the prostatectomy. So when I look at this, okay, denuded urothelium. What else do you see?
The
Some-
single cells in the stroma is really big and ugly.
Yeah. Sorry, I need to focus here. And also some of them have prominent nucleoli, right? Are you worried about those cells?
Yes.
Like prostate cancer.
Yeah, 5+4, 5 is like single cells, right? So I said, oh, I need immunostaining. Dr. Haynes said, what else you need to think about? I didn't think about the others. And then he also mentioned this may due to the fibroblastic, like a cellular fibroblastic reaction in the stroma.
Oh.
Okay, so but still we do the immuno.
Yeah, I mean.
I don't
you
know
you
patient.
see-
I don't
you
know
see
this
how the
patient has
bladder
radiation
cells-
therapy or not before
No.
surgery. No, right?
No.
Look like a
But
some
remember this
radiation
morning
change,
he
like-
mentioned the stroma reactive changes. Like desmoplasty is rare, but cellular fibroblastic is one of the reactive changes.
Right.
And sometimes you just see really huge stromal cells in bladder biopsies.
Right.
Yeah.
I
But
see
I
that
would do
now.
the immuno since it's so scared. So what marker you want to use?
3.1.
At least do AE1, AE3, right?
Oh,
Make
yeah.
sure this
Okay.
epithelial cell.
Okay.
Or do, sometimes
This
remember.
one,
Yeah,
sorry. This is NKX 3.1.
negative.
It's negative. Surprised me. I thought I would
You need
get.
a focus of screen
Screen.
first, then focus your eye, right?
Yeah.
Then you focus your eyepiece because your eye and my eyes are different.
Different.
So.
So it's negative.
It's negative. Remember, if you do AE1, AE3, sometimes put another. If you think this carcinoma AE1, AE3 negative, do another one, CAM 5.2. Sometimes I saw AE1, AE3 did not work, but CAM 5.2 working, right? So, yeah, this one was this AE1, AE3, right?
Yeah.
You see, surface build
Deeper. Yeah.
internal control. That means, yeah, that's good. This is just reactive, right?
Right. So
But usually the reactive ones, you see a smudgy.
Right, smart nuclear, right?
So
Right.
So those cells are just fibroblasts.
Fiber,
Yeah.
yeah, they're reactive.
he said he
fibroblasts.
doesn't need immuno. He's very good. I
If
can.
we want to confirm those are fibroblasts, then what marker do we use?
I don't know.
Like
SMA,
Desmond.
probably
Factor
Desmond.
13.
Yeah.
Huh?
Factor 13.
Factor 13A for what? For the endothelial cell?
No, for like fibroblasts.
I don't know.
Fibrohistiocytes.
I think SMA usually favorable SMA.
What
What's
happened
this?
there? Sorry.
What's
Did you,
wrong?
Oh,
move
what's that?
something? Oh,
Okay,
the screen. Okay.
Maybe show now one. Next.
This one.
Yeah, show the one with. I don't know. You
Okay.
do your thing. Do your thing is okay.
I can
I
do this.
remember we have one really. Yeah.
This
Let's back to
one.
back show them. Is this one I give to you this morning?
Not yet. This one's mine. So if I tell you this is a 85-year-old female, have the bladder lesion, female, like Dr. Haynes mentioned, usually like more male than female, right?
We
And
know that it's not prostate cancer.
That is for sure.
and
That's for
also
sure.
and also this patient have
I always, I have this kind of. We are not abuse any LGBT. I just have this. No. These days when I talk, I'm very careful with this thing, because I'm, when I discuss with myself, some, like from male to female transgender, right? They change everything, right? But they need to remove their prostate. So how can they follow up their PSA? Probably these people use the estrogen probably can shrink the prostate, right? That's the thing. That's should they still do the PSA level on this kind of female? We have to treat them female, right? I don't know.
Have to get rid of.
Yeah, because hopefully they remove their prostate during the surgery.
Yeah, but I mean, I think that if like a healthcare provider is caring for one of these patients and they still have a prostate, I think you have to advise them to get their prostate checked.
Right. Yeah, okay.
so this patient has endometrium.
Let's go back to our case.
Yeah. So it's an older female, have 10 years ago have history of the endometrium adenocarcinoma, already have the hysterectomy. So when I look at this piece, I first thought is, I need to rule out metastatic, although like already have 10 years. And you see a lot of like invasion in the laminoropropria. There's no muscular propria identified. And from here, yeah, what this part you can. So this part just want.
Watch
What-
out. This is
Yeah, what's
this
the
is
diagnosis
kind
of this
laminar
part?
propagation you see. It's
Yeah,
always
the
the small
cells
mass
so-
single cell.
Carcinoma inside the weak invasive component.
Okay, this is CIS, right? But Then I asked Dr. Hans, how do you know like the other component, like invasive component, it's not,
This go to very
Right.
deep, right? This all-
yeah, go very deep and everywhere. Here too, it's not from the endometrium adenocarcinoma.
Did-
Because you don't know, right? Because those has very prominent desmoplastic reactions.
Did you do the, this
Do
more
I
look
need-
like a urothelial forming. This does not like forming gland. You see this.
Yeah,
more
that's
look like a
his impression
urothelial.
too.
So did you do any immunostain?
But for my educational, he agreed like perform some immuno. Otherwise, he doesn't need immuno.
Yeah, just look like.
So what marker you want?
You got a 3, right?
Get a 3, right?
Yeah, it's positive.
It's past the surface and then also the infiltrated components.
This is urothelial.
What the other markers you also want?
Maybe like 3. Patient has endometrial.
Yes. PAS A. It's good for kidney and also like GYN, right? Mullering. So it's negative.
Yeah, okay, good. This,
So we just say
high-grade-
CIS and this invasive high-grade urothelial carcinoma.
CIS with high grade.
No, we should call high grade.
We
uro-
call
high-grade
high-grade
uro-
arising from CIS.
Oh, okay.
This should be called.
High-grade
you-
urothelial carcinoma arising from flat urothelial carcinoma in situ,
Okay.
and also describe the immuno and then support the urothelial origin. Okay.
And it's invasive too, right?
Yeah,
This is
invasive.
invasive.
Okay, this one. Show the one you gave me.
That's why they can compare. Let's see.
So this one is also bladder lesion from a male. Patient have history of the prostate cancer.
No, you should not tell them. Okay.
Sorry.
Yeah, that's why very confused me because this more look like urothelial carcinoma, right? You know, but it does not gland, you know. So then, if you do not know the patient history or patient never biopsy, you may think it's just urothelial carcinoma, you may not considering to
Even here,
immunostain. Yeah,
it's not very bad.
yeah, that's
So-
Yeah, I think what sometimes clinicians don't understand is kind of like we go through these dilemmas, you know, 'cause sometimes
right.
things
I
do
mean,
work.
if this prostate,
Like,
if
you know,
this
things.
prostate already go to the bladder, you don't want the patient to do, you know, something
Oh,
additional. This is the NKX, I think.
Yeah,
This-
nuclear staining.
Yeah, Fox. I think this one,
Very good spot.
What state is this?
yeah. NKX.
NKS 3.1.
The entity.
This is in pink.
Yeah,
Which state is this?
NKX
Oh.
3.1. Sometimes it's better than
Yeah,
the
just
PSA.
remember,
you
it's
said it
not
was a nuclear
uncommon
stain?
you see prostate, even the first, your first diagnosis probably kind of from bladder biopsy. Whenever you see, oh my gosh, this one does not look like a conventional urothelial carcinoma. Think about maybe high-grade prostate adenocarcinoma just in there. I think I have several cases. Does not like this case. Does not look like if this local 3+3, probably you can think it's glandular. You have colon mass there or prostate. If this high-grade thing, single cell sheets, that's you don't feel, especially you don't see the urothelial part had the urothelial like that one. We don't see the urothelial carcinoma right under the top mucosa, right? This kind of situation, just through some immunostain, right? Get the correct diagnosis. Okay, don't get it wrong. I don't know if the patient supposed to take the prostate out or you take the bladder out. I don't know what maybe the affect patient. Okay, next one.
So yeah, this one is PSA. You can see NAX
Yeah,
3.1.
PSA, yeah,
Sometimes
PSA.
it's better than the PSA.
Yeah.
Okay. To this one. This one, female. Male or male? Okay. Doesn't matter. Bladder lesion. It's a lot. Okay.
So, that is not a prostate, right?
So yeah, this is kind of like
No, we still can report it.
Slow,
Oh,
slow.
okay.
Lily, slow draw the slide.
Okay.
Let them have a look.
There's another
Find, yeah,
dot.
find some better area.
It's a typical person.
like urothelial carcinoma with inverted growth or whatever.
I want to show is this area.
This look like a glandular formation, ugly, right? This is not inverted growth pattern, definitely invasive. Good muscular is properly already, right? Yeah.
But this is ugly.
Yeah.
So that just move some areas, so some nuclear feature. This not just look like adenocarcinoma. Probably really move to some area, show more.
You mean the
Yeah, okay.
papillary? This area?
I don't know. This one just look like
They see the glandular structure.
yeah, this is glandular structure.
Oh,
You know
maybe
this
this-
Here.
glandular. Yeah,
And
this
this one.
just look
This
like
look like urothelium.
look
for
like a
me.
urothelial, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean-
this area looks kind of like the invasive.
Still, I think a glandular. If this male, definitely have it to the rule out prostate. This one more look like a adenocarcinoma. So
It's a male.
It's male.
Yeah, it's a
Oh,
male.
it's male.
That's a female.
Sorry,
Is it
it's
a
a
female?
male. Male.
It's male. I mean, you have to think about the prostate.
We did
This-
stains on this.
Yeah.
Oh,
Let me show you PSA first.
yeah. PSA negative.
I think GATA3 was positive.
Yeah.
Okay.
PSA.
That is a
Negative,
primary,
right?
primary adenocarcinoma, right?
So you do the NKX.
NKX and GATA3. GATA3 can be positive, can be
GATA3.
negative.
Dr. Haynes would just do PSA, but I'm sure it's
No,
locally done.
based on his lecture, NKX3 is the most specific. He had a TBI question last year, so I chose the wrong one. He said, which mark is more specific, more sensitive for prostate? I chose PSA, but wrong. Correct answer is NKX 3.1. So now I don't, PSA is sometimes, especially after, if the patient had radiation or chemo, PSA may be negative for PSA stain, but NKX3 also nuclear stain is easy for you to integrate. So I'm more favor NKX 3.1 over, PSA. So that one is good, it's a prostate adenocarcinoma. That one you male, you see glandular, don't forget the prostate adenocarcinoma. No matter patient has history or not, just do NKX 3.1. What's your
So
question?
this one is like the prostate adenocarcinoma going to the
Bladder, that's true.
This one?
Yeah.
No, this is the bladder with
this is
the
the bladder.
glandular.
A
yeah.
bladder, no, I'm sorry, PSA negative.
Was it
I'm sorry.
adenocarcinoma or was it transitional? It looked like transitional.
It's a urothelial carcinoma with,
a,
glandular,
differentiation. That one, yeah.
The glandular component still urothelial origin.
Yeah.
So the NKX 3.1 was also
Negative, no,
Oh,
PSA
sorry.
negative.
PSA negative. They
I'm
didn't do
sorry.
the NKS.
You didn't
Oh,
get it.
so the
But
nuclear stain-
P63, like GATA3 positive,
Oh, yeah, that's
P63 also positive.
That means
Oh,
urothelial carcinoma.
Right. Even in the glandular component, like GATA3 and also P63. Remember this morning Dr. Haynes say urothelial is very similar to the squamous. Like they have the common like markers,
Yes.
like P63, P40, high molecular weight, keratin. Okay, this is any questions about this case? No? Okay. So this one, female, 79-year-old bladder lesion, hemorrhagic, it's a big lesion. It's a myxoid background. Yeah.
This is resection, right?
Yeah. It's a resection because it's big, like 5
Let's
centimeter.
focus this area. Lily. Let's
Okay.
go ask them to see this area. Spinal cell. This reactive fibroblast?
A little bit.
Like almost, do you think they're like tissue culture like?
We do.
Even you see a very spinal, very mixed sword. You see this cell is so ugly looking. If
You
you,
want to do a fasciitis?
Yeah, patient doesn't have like surgery before.
Okay.
Patient didn't have like biopsy before. This is the first time older female, and this hemorrhagic necrotic lesion.
do we have a, yeah, let's see what's the next, yeah, this one.
Yeah.
This is tumor, right?
Yeah,
This is urocellular, right? Carcinoma high grade, right?
Yeah.
Papillary. So
Papillary.
that, yeah, you got,
and more here.
Oh, wow.
yeah, it's more.
But most of the tumor just look like this.
Good low power. Did you do stain?
He doesn't need stains.
Okay. Yeah, that's the same.
He
We
showed
have-
another.
We have to call. No, we have to call this probably
Collision.
urocellular carcinoma with sarcomatoid integration.
Yes.
Spinal cell myxoid. Sarcomatoid you can see other component like cartilage or sometimes maybe
Rhabdoid.
yeah, rhabdoid. But this one very myxoid.
Right.
Yeah, this is high grade
Right.
with the
He called
sarcomatoid.
high grade urothelial carcinoma with
This
sarcomatoid differentiation.
The prognosis would be really bad.
I just have one quick question here.
Sure.
So how do we know like those spindle cells are, the
Reactive versus.
are the from the urothelial
You can-
carcinoma sarcomatoid change, not from like the stroma?
You can
Like
do
another
you can do epithelial marker just go
Okay.
E1, E3.
Okay, so if you do like a GATA3, you will
Yeah,
know for
GATA3
sure
should be
those are
positive.
those
A1,
are
A3 should be
sarcomatoid change
positive.
rather than a sarcoma rising from the stroma cells. Okay.
But if positive,
It could be. It can lose some, right? Once you have the differentiation, but if still have focally extending, you also see the high grade tumor there. So you just know it's from the high grade. You have the differentiation. Sarcomatoid pretty common in the high grade tumor.
Carcinoma sarcoma like in your uterus, that triple MT, right? Triple MT we don't have. We just call urocellular carcinoma with sarcomatoid differentiation.
So this
It's not malarian, that's like.
No.
This is 76-year-old male. Hematuria. And then they did a bladder biopsy.
Yeah, this will be challenging case if you didn't pay attention.
It's a female, right?
Male.
Male.
I think Dr. C showed a female patient last time. I move around, can see more.
You see this is single cell.
Is this a mat?
It could be mets. Like the features, yes.
Well, be careful with, remember I showed you kids last year, I thought the plasma septoid until find out, I read the pathology outline, this major differential is breast. I went back, did all the marker, breast marker pathway, it's so scary. Basically, we found a remote, patient had removed his breast carcinoma lobular probably. So if we compare exactly like this.
So, yeah, I was thinking,
Yeah, so when you say plasma septoid, whatever you say, don't forget to breast marker. 50% you may be found is metastasis. Like same thing in the stomach. If you see signal ring, don't forget to do breast marker. They have 50% maybe metastatic from breast to the stomach. That is true. Signal ring not only see the stomach, that's kind of thing.
And what marker would be positive for this plasmacytoid? He mentioned this morning.
Something else. CD138 will be positive. on
How
this
about
marker.
EMA?
EMA,
EMA negative.
Yeah.
Yeah, he mentioned that EMA can be positive for the plasma cells, but not in this
breast
plasmacytoid.
two?
Huh?
Is breast two, like the GCB?
That
I don't. I don't know.
negative.
I don't
Because last time you
negative,
did
right,
that.
negative.
Negative.
But plasma septoid usually CD138, I remember is positive. Plus other urocellular markers, epithelial marker will be positive. but look like a very bland looking, but it's very high grade tumor, very aggressive.
EMA
Even look
would
like a
be
blind,
negative for
but
the
it's
typhoid
aggressive
virus,
tumor.
but
This
EMA is
plasma cell.
positive.
for the plasma cell. Yeah, plasma cell myeloma, that would be EMA positive in the heme
Right. It's very
patient.
high.
But this
What
one,
study? What was it on? CD?
CD138 is positive in plasma
Yeah.
cells, but negative in plasmacytoid radioactive.
so both of them can have CD138 positive, but for the plasma cell myeloma or multiple myeloma, EMA also is positive. But this cells here is EMA negative. They are not real.
We still
plasma
have
cell.
we're finished.
Last one. Cool case, tumor ball.
No, this one you guys have to learn this one.
So this one is a lesion from urethra. Oh, sorry. And they sent for frozen first in Queen's Hospital, not here. And this is the frozen, like,
Frozen?
yeah, frozen permanent session. The other session sent for memorial consultation, didn't send back yet. How big? They didn't say how big. This is a multiple fragment.
Male, female, right?
Female. At that time, there's no imaging information. They didn't tell us like how big is the mass. This is diagnosed in Queens. So frozen, I thought somewhere here.
Looks like a tumor.
Yeah.
So how you call this frozen? If you have this.
Maybe we just call particle malignancy. Right?
Yeah, they call positive for
Look like this
tumor.
pattern. If you use the ovary, what it going to call?
Clear cell.
Yeah, it's happening.
Yeah.
It's very high grade.
So it's angio. No?
No, it's
So what's your differential?
Alveolar subclass
Clear
of
cell carcinoma.
clear cell.
Clear cell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
Well,
this could be in the GYN, I don't know, they can see clear cell adenocarcinoma from cervix too, right? Or not only
Yeah.
from ovary, you
Yeah.
can see from. So because this one is urethra, I don't know, it's primary bladder tumor. Oh, we have a faculty meeting. Yeah, we may be so.
Okay. So, but I showed this to Diane before. Diane, remember? Your first impression is nephrogenic adenoma. And I said, oh,
Too much.
great.
It's
Yeah.
too much.
But the
Nephrogenic
thing-
should be very small, very small.
And then we got more information from the surgeon, and then they said this is a big mass extending to the pelvic, adhesion of the ball, so should be malignant. So we sent out for consultation. What's the immunomarker would be helpful for this?
Dr. Hans mentioned one, this one.
HNF and Epson for clear cell.
HAF, right? I don't know what stands for HAF.
Hepatic something. Yeah, nuclear
Oh,
feather.
it's a very good one, right? For the clear cell.
Right.
These are good cases.
It's good.
Yeah.
So I talked with Dr. Hans. I said, Dr. Hans, I don't have a slide. I want to show. Luckily, Lily keep one slide from tumor, but I think Lily will show that. Did you see this very old?
No, it's
Like
challenging.
a local invasion.
I don't know. It's from a bladder or from a cervical invading to the.
But it's a female. How do you know it's
urethral
from
area? I
the
don't know.
ovary?
So we have to see the CT image, whatever, where the.
We did a bunch of
Mass,
immuno, PAS A
located.
positive. Yeah, negative for P63, gather 3,
Oh,
high molecular weight, cytokeratin.
everything active.
Yeah.
E7,
But this one is really helpful. HNF1 beta.
Go to kids.
Thank you.
Thank you.
May I keep all the kids
Yeah,
together
you
then
can keep
for next year? I
For
will be
next
here.
time.
The last one again?
It's a clear cell adenocarcinoma. Yeah. In the urethra. We don't know it's metastatic from the ovary or not because imaging show it's a big mass everywhere. It could be origin in the urethra. Okay, I turn this on.
UCSF.